Good day, welcome to the Mayaro Beach Lifeguard facility. We are here today to tell you about lifeguard services, how we go about taking care of you, the public, and all that lifeguards do. And we do hope at the end of our presentation that you will understand a little more about lifeguarding in the Mayaro area. I am Wayne Drysdale. I have been in the service for 20 years, and my colleague here.
My name is Alistair Livingston. I've been a lifeguard for the past 14 years.
Hi, my name is Anil Nazar, and I've been a lifeguard for the past 6 years, and I'm attached to the Mayaro Lifeguard Unit. Okay, now I'll inform you of some of the stuff that we encounter when there's a busy season coming up, such as the Easter, which is expected very soon, right? Some of the problems that we encounter on an everyday basis, not just the busy time, but on an everyday basis, is when people come to the beach, they love to indulge themselves in alcohol. I have nothing wrong with somebody coming and indulging in alcohol, but it's the behavior that goes with it, right? When one drinks alcohol, they tend to get more brave, right? Especially when we have beautiful women coming onto the beach. They want to impress the ladies by swimming out far, venturing out far beyond the breakers, right? And alcohol clouds your judgment, so they may know consciously that they can't swim, they're not very good swimmers, but just to impress the ladies, they like to go out far, and most of the time they end up looking like fools because we, the lifeguards, have to go rescue them. As well as when you're dealing with people that is highly intoxicated, they tend not to listen to you very much, because a lot of time, from my personal experience, we have spoken to a lot of people on the beach who is under the influence of alcohol, and their attention span is very short. So when you're trying to get a point across to somebody that is highly intoxicated, you spend a lot of time trying to talk to them, whereas another situation may be arising at a different location or maybe at your location. So you tend to be distracted somewhat by people who are drinking alcohol. So I'm not advising that you come to the beach and you drink excessive alcohol. Nothing wrong with drinking a 2 Carib or taking a couple of drinks, but please drink in moderation, right? Another situation I can touch on is when people bring kids to the beach. A lot of people bring their kids to the beach and think that, okay, there's a lifeguard on duty and he would be watching my kids for me at all times, so I can go party by the bar or I can go sunbathing and not look at them. This is a no-no. This is very, very dangerous to your children. Never allow kids to go into the water and bathe without an adult supervision, right? Be sure to be in the water with your children when they are in the water. If the lifeguard comes and finds that kids are unsupervised in the water by themselves, we will ask them to go contact their parents, and we would not allow them to go back into the water. So parents, when bringing your kids to the beach, please ensure that you are in the water with them at all times. We are not babysitters, I'm sorry to say. But when we have 400 odd people bathing on the beach, I just have 2 eyes, right? I can't be looking at your kids at the same time. So we have to work hand in hand to ensure the safety of each other, all right? Another thing people tend to do is leave stuff by the lifeguard or within the vicinity of the lifeguard. We are not responsible for any car keys and such, coolers and whatever. We can't watchman your cooler for you, right? Because we have to be mobile. We always moving from point A to point B at all times. Again, another one is the lifeguard tower. It is not to facilitate the public. Please, when you see the lifeguard on his tower, please call out to him if you have questions. He will then walk down to you and he will speak to you and advise you as where to bathe and where not to bathe. People tend to come up on the tower, bringing their bags and whatnot, and sit on the tower crowding us. When you do these, folks, it hampers us in performing our duty to the best of our ability. A lot of people come and sit on the runway on the tower as well. If there's an emergency that we have to respond and we need to run down the tower as quick as possible and you are blocking the tower, it could be hazardous for both you and also the lifeguard. So we asking folks to please refrain from sitting on the tower, blocking the runway, or sitting in front of the runway. Another problem that we encounter is when people come to the beach. Nothing wrong with bringing your football and playing your little cricket and thing. No problem with that. But there are rules that governs that. We do not advise people to play cricket and football where the red and yellow flags are placed. The red and yellow flags are the safe bathing zone. That is zone marked off by the lifeguards, right? So that we would have everybody in one area so it can easily be monitored, rather than some over there and some over there and people bathing all helter-skelter, as we local term is. Now, we have a lot of little kids building sandcastles within our bathing zone, be it the red and yellow flags. And when you come to the beach and you play football and you kick the ball, it could hurt one of the little kids as well as it could hit somebody else, causing injury. So we advise people to go away from the crowd and play your football, your cricket, and so forth. So stay away from frisbee throwing in the bathing area. That is for the people them to bathe, and that is a safe bathing zone. All right. Littering on the beach is one of our biggest problems come the Easter time and Carnival time and all the busy time on the beach. Littering, please, when you come to the beach, please walk with a garbage bag. Take your garbage with you. Because as we see it now, the beach looks nice and clean. We want to keep it that way, so our next visit to Mayaro, you would have the beach looking nice and clean because you left it that way. Another thing, when you come to the beach, please look out for a lifeguard. The lifeguard will be cladded in this said uniform, the yellow t-shirt, red pants, and he will have this in his hand. Please go to him and ask for advice as to where to bathe, right? Although it may have the red and yellow flags up, still go and talk to the lifeguards, because from time to time we experience the Portuguese man of war coming ashore here, right? And if it is coming ashore, you would need certain information in which to safeguard yourself from being stung by the Portuguese man of war. So please contact the nearest lifeguard, ask for some safety tips, such as do not bathe beyond waist height in water. We advise people do not venture out more than waist height, because if you go beyond waist height, your body becomes buoyant in water. And if it is you cannot swim and you are caught in an undertow or a rip current, whatever that water does, you're going to do it too. If it pulls you out, that's the direction you're going to be headed, right? Take heed of all warning signs and signals. Again, the flags and the instruction of the lifeguards. A lot of people, when you blow your whistle and you instruct them to move in a certain area, they get fed up with you and think that you're just harassing them, but it's not so. A lot of people come to the beach, they rent a nice, pretty beach house, and their concept is, my beach house is located here, so I'm going to be directly in front of the beach house. This can be very, very dangerous practice. We ask people to refrain from that. Now, your beach house may be located in one area, but as soon as you step out, there may be a large undertow current directly in front of the beach house. That's why I ask people to heed the warning and the signs of the lifeguard. Don't be afraid to come and speak to us. Ask for advice. No question is a stupid question to us. Anything that you need to find out about safety, feel free to come up to the lifeguard and ask him any question on safety, and he would be glad to advise you on the best way to bathe, the best area in which to bathe, and so forth. Again, we advise people do not bathe where there are no lifeguards patrolling. Reason being, you will be much safer where there are lifeguards stationed. Anytime you find yourself bathing where lifeguards do not patrol, you are bathing at your own risk. People, it is very dangerous to bathe unsupervised by a lifeguard. So we urge the public, when coming to